Hello YouTube. So I thought I'd try something a little bit different. I'm gonna start doing some sort of episodes with the games that I play. So I'm gonna start this out with Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the reason why it's called World Tour is in on air. My current uh, my current mission is called World Tour, and if I let's see here. Uh, there we go. So if you look, all of these 8 right here, I'm gonna eliminate that here, but all of these right here are where I have to go. You notice it's basically a certain route. Now now there's one thing that I need to show you here. It's not actually showing up on there, but if I bring up my employee page, and you can look at my certifications, I am not certified for any heavy jets, which means I can't do the 747 or the 787 in this, or the A320. So what that means is we're going to have to use the only other aircraft that we have here. Now this is the practical distance, and in the flight simulator it has a range of 1,730 miles. So that's what I'm going to use for the route that I'm going to take. Now, this aircraft I would assume cannot cross the Atlantic. So to show you what we're going to do here, if I come back over to here, zoom out on the map, the only other way we can do that and do this without crossing the ocean is to get over to the other side. We actually have to come up, come down to Alaska. There's a bush airstrip right around this peninsula here, and from there we have the range to make it all the way over to Russia, and then from there we can go to the destinations that we need to go to. Which is quite a bit. If you notice, the first one that we have to go to is VTBD, that's the airport code, and that's all the way down here in Thailand. But our aircraft's all the way over in KCIN. So what I'm going to do, so I'll show you the current flight plan here. So this is all the routes that we're going to take, and these are all airport codes. However, this is just a draft at this point. As I land at each airport, I'm going to try to pick up a job, an extra job that will give me some extra money. If you notice on up here, this one, the default mission that it gives you, only $10,000. It's not all that much, and without unlimited fuel on, you'll spend a lot more than that on fuel. So to get a little bit more money, so I can buy a bigger aircraft that has a longer range and get certified in there, I'm going to need to come up with millions and millions of dollars. The best way to do that is to take these extra jobs, and I'll go through that later. But for now, each of these videos is going to be about one leg of the trips. if the legs are rather short, I'll do a second one. But I want each video to be around an hour or so. No, I don't want it to be 2 hours. You know, I just want to keep it low, keep it one leg at a time, and that way it'll extend the amount of episodes I can create. So this will be part one. So we're going to start with going from KCIN to CAJ4. And according to my flight plan here, after that we'll go to the KEB airport, which is in Alaska, and then we'll cut on over to the Asian continent and get over to there. So for now, let me see here. Alright, where am I? Okay, so I'm going to bring this up here. Nope, I don't want that. So I'm going to switch this over real quick. And so this is in the game right now. I already have everything set up. I don't have things set up in on air right now. So, alright, and let me take care of this background. I want to kind of do this kind of like a live stream. That's why I'm doing it like this. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get our flight set up. We're going to go from KCIN to CAJ4. We're going to come up to the live operations map. Oh, and by the way, I have unlimited fuel turned on, so it will not be using any fuel for this thing. And with that, it means that I can, you know, skip all the HOTS. But if I do that, I won't be able to, you know, do the jobs that get me the extra money. Go ahead and do that. Okay, that's too much weight for the fuel. I'll lower the fuel down, and that brings me down there. And then I can confirm and go fly now. And I'll open this and hit fly. And so while we're waiting for the fuel and the cargo to load, we'll load up the airports. Fuel is done. Still have 30 seconds left on cargo. As you can see, we're still loading up in the flight simulator. So it's kind of a good idea to hit the fly now button and then do everything in on air. That way, you know, you got something to do while you wait for it to load. So go ahead and go to flight tracking. Unmute that. There we go. So lower that volume down a little bit. Actually, I could probably increase it. Okay. And right now, this is the actual weather where I am now. So fuel, I have unlimited fuel right now. Go ahead and start tracking. Set that before I forget.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Beacon off when starting the engine. Go figure. You know, I'm surprised they don't make that part of the checklist. But anyway, after engine start. Oh, you know what? That's alright. This has me go direct. It'll be a bit quicker, and it's a long flight. But once we're airborne, I can go IFR, and I can do high altitude. Okay.
Kilo Charlie India November traffic day or Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha is taxiing to runway 31.
Inertial SEP is on. Does this turn it on? No. Oh yeah, it does for takeoff. I don't know where the wipers are on here. Since it is raining. So, and since this is, you know, a world tour, I'll let the co-pilot fly the aircraft most of the time, just so that I can, you know, see the scenery. But the co-pilot does have issues with taking off and landing on runways that are not, I want to say concrete or asphalt or whatever you want to call it. So just bare like grass field or grass runways and snow runways, stuff like that. Since we're going up to Alaska, I'll go ahead and take control of the aircraft for that. That's as much as that'll zoom out. I'll use that as like a countdown kind of. As it comes into view, we'll zoom in one click at a time. Oh, he's really taking this turn slow. I would have taken it a
Kilo
little bit
Charlie India
quicker.
November traffic day or Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha taking off runway tree 1 west departure.
Okay. Now we're about ready. And we're speeding up.
Airborne time log.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I rubbed against the ground. That's not gonna look good.
Minneapolis Center day or Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha 2 miles northwest of Kilo Charlie India November request IFR to Charlie Alpha Juliet 4 ready to copy. Day or Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha is cleared to Charlie Alpha Juliet 4 airport as filed. Squawk 107
Now let's see if we can get above these
Day
clouds.
or Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha cleared to Charlie Alpha Juliet 4 airport as filed. Squawk 107 tree. Day or Golf Sierra Alpha read back correct. Radar contact 3,100 feet. Altimeter tree 0 decimal tree 8 turn right heading tree 05. Proceed on course climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Turn right heading tree 05. Resume on navigation climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Day or Golf Sierra Alpha. Minneapolis Center day or Golf Sierra Alpha. Request flight level 220. Day or Golf Sierra Alpha climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Expect flight level 220.
See, right now we're in the clouds.
12,000 feet. Expect flight level 220. Day or Golf Sierra Alpha.
There's really not much to see out here right now. Hopefully we'll get above them. Now there's a big storm system, in the middle of the country right now. So, not going to be able to do much. Or we're not going to be able to see much until we get beyond the weather. Hopefully we can get above it. over 8,000 feet. We should be getting above the clouds here before too terribly long, or at least between layers.
SkyWest 5246, descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. SkyWest 5246.
ITT is running hot. Okay, ITT is cooling down. Outside air temperature is 6 degrees Celsius. Just in case we get into any icing.
SkyWest 5246, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude.
Gotta make sure that those heaters are on and that the ice system is activated. Nothing on the
Descend and
wings.
maintain 10,000 feet. SkyWest 5246.
Because as we climb,
Alpha climb and maintain flight level 200. Climb and maintain flight level 200 Dair Golf Sierra Alpha.
as we go higher, the outside air temperature is going to drop. Once it hits 0, we're going to start seeing things freeze. So by having those de-icing systems on at the start, knowing that we could potentially get some icing conditions, should be able to prevent a lot of that buildup right at the start, instead of trying to play catch up with it after it's already started. I'm going to try to get us up to this aircraft's maximum altitude, which is 31,000 feet. I'm hoping by then we'd be above the clouds. Heat in here. This is going to cool off. And there we are. It just came out of those clouds. We're right in here. Man, this is some nasty stuff. this flight is going to take a while.
Air Golf Sierra Alpha contact Minneapolis Center on 124.1. Going to 124.1 Air Golf Sierra Alpha.
And those clouds do not look friendly.
Minneapolis Center Air Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha flight level 200. Air Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha Minneapolis Center continue as planned. Minneapolis Center Air Golf Sierra Alpha. Request flight level 320.
There's some turbulence.
Sierra Alpha climb and maintain flight level 200. Expect flight level 320. Climb and maintain flight level 200. Expect flight level 320. Air Golf Sierra Alpha. Minneapolis Center Air Golf Sierra Alpha. Request flight level 310.
There we go. That's the altitude I want to be at.
Golf Sierra Alpha climb and maintain flight level 200. Expect flight level 310. Climb and maintain flight level 200. Expect flight level 310. Air Golf Sierra Alpha.
So we got some icing. What's to be expected. Our icing system is on. Wing de-icing. Hold on, I gotta sneeze here. Sorry about that.
Level 365 descending 10,000 feet. Air Golf Sierra Alpha, please expedite your climb to flight level 200. United 2070 Minneapolis Center continue as planned.
We're at flight level 200.
United 2070 contact Minneapolis Center on 134.0. Generic 5 Sierra Bravo, you are 74 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors, visual runway 31 approach. Envoy 4227 contact Sioux City departure on 124.6. Air Golf Sierra Alpha, please expedite your climb to flight level 200. Going to 124.6 envoy 4227. Going to 134.0 United 2070. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors, visual runway 31 approach generic 5 Sierra Bravo.
Taking manual control real quick.
Air Golf Sierra Alpha, please expedite your climb to flight level 200.
There we go.
Climb and maintain flight level 280 Dair Golf Sierra Alpha.
I need to get above these clouds.
Minneapolis Center in point 4227 is at 10,300 feet, descending 10,000 feet. In point 4227 Minneapolis Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 30.42. Generic 5 Sierra Bravo, you are 8,500 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. In point 4227, contact Minneapolis Center on 119.6. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, generic 5 Sierra Bravo. Going to 119.6 in point 4227.
So once we get up to 310,
20,000 feet above your assigned
I'm going to go ahead and
maintain 10,000 feet.
skip to the end, to a little bit more towards the end. That way I can keep the video around an hour
10,000 feet, Skywest 5349er.
and you're not watching several hours of a relatively boring flight.
Generic 8 Quebec Charlie, descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
But I will still continue to live stream
Skywest
this
542,
game.
descend
It'd
and
just be
maintain
more
10,000 feet.
sandboxed instead of, doing jobs.
Generic 5 Sierra Bravo, descend and maintain 3,200 feet. Minneapolis Center in point 4227
Gonna expedite my climb a little
12,800
bit.
feet, descending 10,000 feet. In point 4227 Minneapolis Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 30.42. Descend and maintain 3,200 feet, generic 5 Sierra Bravo. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, generic 8 Quebec.
I don't want to stall. Okay, so 3042 is the altimeter. But it's at a little bit higher altitude.
In point 4227, you are 4,500 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, altimeter 30.42. Skywest 5482, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Generic 8 Quebec Charlie, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, generic 8 Quebec Charlie. Descend and maintain 10,000
275.
5482.
Almost at flight level 280. As we are above the clouds. Got some ice on the airframe. Notice our windows don't have it. Prop doesn't have icing. Okay, we're at flight level 280. Should be getting clearance up to our requested altitude.
Air Golf Sierra Alpha, please expedite your climb to flight level 280.
Yeah, I think ATC is a big glitch. Alright.
Air Golf Sierra Alpha, climb and maintain flight level 310. Climb and maintain flight level 310, Air Golf Sierra Alpha.
And that should get us above the clouds. Look at all that ice. That's neat how those clouds look. It's like it comes and then there's a cliff right here. It drops off. Kind of like a big plateau right there. We're almost up there. And I forgot to take that off. I do apologize for that. Silly me. Mistakes. I'm sorry. It'll be better next time. But at least you get to see the good cloud cover. Give you a good look around here since you missed it. So yeah, these are the clouds over the Midwest right now. So we are at flight level 310. So I'm gonna just skip the video ahead to descent and landing. It really isn't much to see until then, so I'll catch up in a bit. Okay, and we are back. So right now we are 19 miles north of the airport. We're about to get into a pattern to line up with the runway. It's a long descent. And you notice I changed the camera position a bit so see the VFR map easier. You can see where it is. I had quite a bit of issues with the co-pilot. Must be having issues with his altimeter because ATC kept coming up that we were off our altitude. Pretty close to those mountains. Are you sure that's wise?
Maintain 7,200 feet to Air Golf Sierra Alpha.
I'm gonna take manual control. I don't want to hit these mountains. we go.
Climb and maintain 7,900 feet Dare Golf Sierra Alpha.
That was pure luck. Okay, so ATC might be the ones that are high right now.
Dare Golf Sierra Alpha descend and maintain 7,300 feet.
That's gonna put us close to those. Once we clear these mountains, though, we should be able to descend freely. In reality, I would prefer to maintain a 1,000 foot distance from the ground, including upcoming mountains. But, whatever.
Descend and maintain 6,700 feet Dare Golf Sierra.
Alright. So we're going down to 6,700. On down to 6,000. Let's go and do the checklist. We're so close to the airport here. We'll keep that.
Descend and maintain 5,700 feet Dare Golf Sierra Alpha.
Just gonna make sure my altimeter is right here. Okay, altimeter is right.
Dare Golf Sierra Alpha Airport is 12 miles and you're 10 o'clock. Maintain present heading and altitude report runway in sight. Maintain present heading and altitude Dare Golf Sierra Alpha. Dare Golf Sierra Alpha has the runway in sight.
Okay, I'm gonna close out the VFR map.
You are 1 mile northwest of Charlie Alpha Juliet 4. Descend and maintain 5,600 feet. Descend and maintain 5,600 feet. Dare Golf Sierra Alpha. Charlie Alpha Juliet 4 traffic Dare Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha 9 miles northwest inbound visual runway 1 tree.
Okay, so runway 13 is at an altitude of 3,615 feet. So we are 2,015 feet above the runway right now. So he has those flaps down. He's going a bit fast. Of course, he has the throttle all the way down to 0. So it's a descent that's pushing the speed up. throttles down to the required speed.
Charlie Alpha Juliet 4 traffic Dair Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha 4 miles northwest inbound visual runway 1 tree.
And we're down to less than 1,000 feet above the runway. We're at the right speed.
Wing 220 at 2 knots.
Good. Nice calm wind. Good. This doesn't look like a grassy runway or snow covered, so we can let the co-pilot land. Uh-oh.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Come on.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Damn. Come on.
Landing time log. Landed at Charlie Alpha Juliet 4, Anaheim Lake.
There we go. I'm gonna lose points from that. There we go. And while that's running, there it is. So you notice that once that shutdown checklist is complete, this mission will complete. And we have, oh great, we gotta, there we go.
Throttle.
Just gonna manually do this here. Because the timer wasn't running for the flight idle for 2 minutes.
Engine off time logged.
There we go.
End of flight. Registered in on-air company.
So go back to the main menu on here. So we didn't do too bad. So the stall really got us. Landing lights, I kind of, we were in our descent and we were a little above flight level 120, so yeah, I kind of jumped the gun on that. Landing lights were off during approach. They shouldn't have been off during approach. Let's see here. Airborne without flats, big and strobe off. 4.5 hours of flight. So really, we got a reputation increase. Then we got experience for completing the mission. Alright. So, alright, so we bring our flights back up. We completed that. So now we need to find a job that takes us as close as possible to KEB, or maybe even further to the west. So, let's come back here. We'll find jobs. So we need to find a job that's going west, possibly to KEBs, and we only want one leg. I was just doing some experimental things there. We can do 1,000 to 3,000. Any of these. This one's for dangerous materials, which I cannot do. I just want to see if any of them go to KEB. Nope. None of them go to KEB. So now we're going to look at where these places are. So that takes us back to the east. We don't want that. Nope. We'll try the long haul. See what that gets us. So we're gonna have to $1,000 to 3,000. Okay, let me come back into the flight simulator here. See if I can get a distance for CAJ4 to KEB. $978. So that would probably be why we're not getting any for the area that we need. Okay. There's not many jobs. Okay, so there's no jobs that I can really take. Oh, I wish I could do this in one trip. 255,000, or this for 347,000. That would be really great. But there's just too many passengers. Alright, so it looks like we're not going to have a job for the next leg. It's just going to be flying straight over. It looks to be around a 3.5 hour time. So anyway, looks like that's going to cut it for today. We come back here and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.